Good evening. This is Mr. Darkzodiak, and I'm coming online because evidently Meatloaf, aka Tinkerbell, Tesla Coils, Dean Roger Ray has actually crossed the line today. And for people that don't know what's going on, it's a channel that a sock account he evidently made called Mr. Darkzodiak Exposer. And the comment he left here on my page, which I'm not going to erase it, and I'm going to tell you why, Mr. Tinkerbell Meatloaf. It says right here, do they call you James or Jim? Do you live close to the Waltons, or maybe close to the coal mines? How is John? Tell your wife she looks pretty when she goes to her dance classes. Tisk tisk tisk. A blue '09 Ford Explorer. I'm surprised she drives such a big vehicle, DZ. Maybe next time I will say hello to her for you. Don't have an accident too soon, DZ. I will be seeing you soon. And that was left about 8 hours ago on my page. Okay. Now, my first remark to your comment is, you know, you're a dirty bastard. That's all I'm going to tell you. To target someone's wife, you couldn't dox me, so you had to go and screw up my wife's accounts. You couldn't dox the Zodiac, so you had to go after his wife. And now you evidently have somebody that is following her around. And the reason why I say that is because there's no way you could actually know that she goes to dance classes on Saturday. So, you know, yeah. And to know exactly what she drives, that's just sick. I know for a fact it's not you, Tinkerbell, but it is somebody that you sent to follow her. Well, here's my thing on you, and the police has already been notified. I'm just going to let you know that ahead of time, and you know, we've all had discussion about it, that if you attempt, or anybody you send attempts to do anything, you know, that is, you know, harmful, it's not going to turn out for you or them. You think because you live in Canada that you're immune. You're not immune. We were just told that today. Yeah, they take threats seriously. And you asked about Jim and John. I tell you what, John is fine, as a matter of fact, and I'm going to tell you why, and explain who is John, and how you got the John. John is on my wife's Facebook, and John is my wife's brother. Yes. And whether you had somebody follow her or not is beyond me. You could have obtained this information off her Facebook. I'm willing to bet that you probably got every bit of information off her Facebook, but it really doesn't matter. Okay. I'm not going to call your bluff on that one, because that's my wife, and she's not involved with anything that goes on online. And you know, she's an innocent bystander. You understand that? Innocent. And you know, I'm not going to risk my wife or children over, you know, some idiot like you. So we've taken safety precautions, and we're not prepared to play games like that when, you know, possibly you having somebody watch, you know, my wife or my kids or anything like that. So we've done, you know, notified the police, and you know, you made your little comment, the Waltons. You know, I'm not stupid. I know what you mean by that. All right, you're not funny. And I'm not laughing. This is no laughing matter. It's funny you should use the name Waltons. That's not even a joke. All right, I consider that as a threat, and I think you know what I mean. And then you mentioned the coal mines. That's another, yeah. You couldn't dox the Zodiac, so you went after his wife's accounts. That's typical of Tinkerbell. You couldn't do it yourself, so you had to get help and have somebody, follow, my family members around and, try your best to dox me through them. Well, guess what? Here's a little secret. Even if you do find out who Darkzodiak is, it doesn't really matter. Because what the Darkzodiak did 10, 15 years ago as a job does not matter now. You understand? Okay? You can't take something that somebody used to do as a living and throw it in their face, alright? And to be technical with it, I'm going to tell you the truth, okay? And I was not a cop. I'm going to tell you that straight up. I was not a police officer. Alright? Now, I did work with public service. That's all I'm going to tell you. I was a public service person. Okay, Tinkerbell? Now this is going to shock you. There's a big difference from being a police officer and being a parking checker. Did you hear me correctly? Parking checker? Do you understand what a parking checker does? Okay. Although they do work for the police department, which I don't do the job anymore. I mean, I moved on to bigger and better things, but I used to write tickets to cars. That is not the same thing. I didn't even carry a gun, Tinkerbell. Okay. I drove a little vehicle, pulled up, got out. If there was a violation, I'd write a ticket. Okay. That is not the same thing. You cannot assume that a person is a police officer because they, was a, parking code enforcer. It's not the same ballpark, my friend. So I don't know what your game is here, but you're targeting my wife. Now, she's never done anything to you. She's never said anything to you. And I really don't care if she did or didn't, It doesn't matter. You'll notice the comment on the top. His wife also carries a .357 Magnum. That's a fact, Jack. You better remember that. She does carry a weapon. And she's trained to use that weapon. And I'm just giving you ample warning now. If you have somebody following her around, that's not going to be good for you. It can turn out to nip you in the ass. Just saying. I don't appreciate you threatening, other members of the family. That's weak. Very weak. That's very stupid. Now, I had no choice when I came in from my party and get together. I saw the comment. I seen a Cancer Man uploaded a video. I watched this video and I'm thinking, well, how did he get this information? So I started inquiring a little bit, and I see how you got the information because my wife was on Blog TV. Yeah. A couple times, and she uses her account, but she started a different name, and somehow you got information through Blog. That's the only way I can figure you found out her personal information. really doesn't matter. The bottom line is this: I don't care how you got her information. It's not gonna do you any good. She has since marked her Facebook private. I mean, she's taken the right precautions so you can't stalk her anymore. Yeah, how is John? That's funny. My wife's brother. Do they call you James or Jim? uh, okay. James or Jim, you're a little bit off on that one. It's Jared. Jared, my friend. They actually call me JJ, but I'm just putting that out there. And it really doesn't matter. I mean, my wife didn't use her real last name on her Facebook. It's just funny that you actually link that to, yeah. And the dancing, what a surprise. What a big surprise, Tinkerbell. Dean Roger Ray. Oh, and the cops do know all about you, just so you know. And you're not capable of doing anything. You don't even have a rap sheet. You know, they're looking into your background and your past right now, I imagine. Yep, that's a fact, Jack. They're actually contacting your authorities up there, they told me. Because I had to file a police report on it because, I mean, I had to show the police what you did here, and they're just amazed that you could be that stupid. Now, the fact being, if you ever tried something or tried to make good on your threats, it's, you know, you've basically, what you've done is, by threatening all these people, is if you did show up to the house, I mean, you have no solid ground. Technically, you know, if some harm was to befall you, knocking on someone's door, I mean, it's like a free pass. You've threatened your way to harm people, and you've actually threatened to kill people, and you're threatening their family members now. And this is no surprise to me, because I knew you were going to do it eventually. I'm sure Cancer Man, if you knew who Cancer Man's wife was, or Monograph's wife was, you'd probably be threatening them too, because you're weak like that. I was appalled when I saw that, and I think you're a coward, and you're a loser, and there really isn't a lot about you that I really consider a threat. The blue '09 Ford Explorer. Wow. You know, that's funny because I just remember on my wife's Facebook she put an actual comment saying that she had to go get the tires checked. And then her friend asked her, you know, what kind of vehicle it was, and she said that. So yeah, you've actually targeted her Facebook, and yeah, that's not even cool. Although I am on her Facebook friends, I'm not listed as Darkzodiak, and I'm not listed as her husband, so I bet you're probably scratching your head with that one, ain't you? And I don't use my real picture on my profile, so yeah, good luck with that. And yeah, make good on your threats. You know, even try, attempt to do it, and I promise you, the day you do that, your day will end forever. Just saying. This is your Mr. Darkzodiak signing out. And Meatloaf, you can kiss my ass straight up, because you ain't a threat, and you don't scare me, buddy. No. Goodbye.